Hello everyone, welcome to my channel, Bow and Arrow Tarot. Today we're going to get right into the weekly general outlook for Pisces. All right, you're the last of the zodiac signs. I always do the weekly generals from Aries to Pisces. And before I get started, I'm just going to remind you all that if you want to be in the running to win this Wild Unknown Animal Spirit Deck Guidebook and box set that I'm giving away on my channel this month, please do become subscribed if you're not already a subscriber, and just leave me a comment, okay? If you want to be in the running, that's all you have to do. I'm giving it away this month on March 31st, so please do not forget to check out my channel March 31st for the winner. All right, so hit that bell notification, all of that, so you get notified of when that winner video is going to be uploading, because your name might be on it. All right, guys, so let's get right into it, Pisces. We are going to go ahead and pull out your romance angel messages, and then we're going to get right into your animal spirits and your traditional spread. If anybody's interested in this bracelet, I do have the information in the description. This was made by one of my subscribers who's like a beautiful, she makes beautiful jewelry, and I love this bracelet. Sometimes I wear it, sometimes I have to give it a break because it is copper, but it is beautiful and I love it. So finances and career, it's affecting you, Pisces. This one comes out a lot for you. It is safe for you to love. And we have make the effort. So great love is worth taking the steps you're guided to take. All right, so these are nice messages, Pisces, for your week, right? So this is, of course, for March 22nd to the 29th. And right after I'm done with this reading, I will be starting to work on the love readings as well. And I'll probably be putting yours up because we're just finishing up Pisces. So I'll probably start with water signs. So again, don't forget to check back later on today for the love readings. And now let's just see what kind of animal spirits you're dealing with also. All right, guys. So this is, of course, the Wild Unknown Animal Spirit deck that I'm using. If you're not familiar with it, a lot of people know about it already, but then again, a lot of people don't. So here you have a chance to camel, fire energy. Beautiful. This came out earlier for someone. We have the crow. Pisces, this is nice coming out for you. This is air energy, but it is a totem of magic, and this is quite close to your energy. And we have the hawk, more air energy. Fated, destiny coming in, feeling like fate has her eyes on you. Now, before we get into your traditional spread with my Radiant Rider-Waite deck over here, we're going to cover these animal spirits. So the camel. The camel is one of these animal spirits that is extremely self-reliant, right? It is associated with fire, the alchemical symbol for fire there. And with the camel, we're talking about an animal that, with all the animal spirits, we look at how they behave in the wild. And the spirit of the camel is the spirit of surviving, right? Associate this with the survivor. And this is interesting that the camel is showing up right now because it's not one that comes up a lot from my readings, Pisces. But right now, considering what everyone is kind of going through all over the world, right? It's really lovely to see the camel, because this camel can really survive anything. The camel is a survivor. The camel is self-reliant. It's independent, right? It relies on its wisdom and its intuition. You can see the crescent moon there that reminds us that the camel is always in touch with its deeper voice, its inner voice, right? The camel is also able to remain very calm and patient, right? But certainly calm and collected in the face of a lot of anger or heat, or in a lot of difficulty, right? Because, of course, the camels live in the desert. And so when we're thinking about going through a very difficult time, some of you may even be dealing with very angry people. Right now, a lot of people are, in fact, getting quite angry. This is a natural I want to say, response in society whenever we are dealing with certain, energies, right? And when we're dealing with certain sort of scenarios. Right now, everyone's dealing with an unprecedented scenario. So there's going to be a multitude of energies out there. But the spirit of the camel is allowing you to really face that. And certainly one of the biggest things about it is that you're able to face sort of someone who might be very irritable, somebody who might be very angry, and you're also able to survive for quite a long time just relying on your own reserves. So this is also in terms of relying on your own passion and energy to keep going, to keep coming up with solutions, to keep finding a way to, accomplish what you need to accomplish. So it's a very strong, active energy. Now, the crow is the totem of magic, right? One of the most powerful sort of animal spirits when we are talking about magic, ESP, people who are study witchcraft, right, or shamanism, right, or any kind of, I want to say, any kind of magic or healing. They will all, within their various belief systems and theologies, the crow will show up as a very important energy, a very important spirit animal. It's because they're so intelligent. They're extremely intelligent crows, and they seem to be highly attuned to a certain level of resonance, which kind of seems to imply, extrasensory perception, the ability to sort of divine things, see things, understand things on a different level. And this is what magic is all about, right? I mean, alchemy, people talk about alchemy. They talk about being able to combine seemingly completely unrelated elements and ingredients to create something completely new, right? Something that normally would not be able to come out of that combination. That's the essence of alchemy. And so it's the same thing with magic, and the totem and the crow talks about that. It talks about your ability to see and put things together as if it were by magic. You're beginning to see different combinations and how different things can interact with each other, right? This can be a very practical thing in life in terms of, you may be the type of person who's able to solve problems by really thinking outside the box and putting different ingredients into the solution that nobody else would have thought about because you're seeing them on a different level. This is also kind of a form of magic or alchemy, right? So we're all practicing different degrees of this throughout our lives, but for you to have the crow coming in, this means this is absolutely increasing for you. Some of you may indeed be getting into sort of divination, or you may indeed be getting into sort of a field that is associated with this, or you may just be feeling, your magical sort of focus, I want to say, and understanding increasing, like I said, in your general life, even in your work. That example was a way to show you how magic can really be present, even in areas that seem like they're completely unrelated. It doesn't always have to just be about crystals and incense, right? Magic, the essence of really understanding magic should ideally be something that helps you on your day to day. And so you have to understand how it fits into your day to day, right? And that is one of the aspects, being able to put things together, being able to come up with various elements that nobody would have thought about to combine to solve a problem. And this is what I feel like you're going through. Now, the hawk is interesting energy also. The hawk talks about more sort of air energy, but here we have, it's almost like, fate is shining its eyes on you, or it's laying its eyes on you, because the hawk brings with it messages, right? So here, connected with the crow, this was going to be a time where some of you are going to have maybe even epiphanies or inspirations coming in. You may be dreaming more. You may be seeing more omens. You may be seeing messages. And I'm not saying seeing messages everywhere, right? So be very careful, because whenever we increase these abilities, you also have to remain grounded so that you're not seeing visions everywhere, because at some point that is just sort of chaotic energy, and at that point you don't know how much of it is just like your ego talking, your mind talking, and how much of it is actually plugging in. But you will, you'll see maybe a few things, a few images or interactions may happen, and it'll spark your interest. It'll open your eyes, and yes, indeed, you may get a message, but it will be like a powerful message, right? And it's not like, and like I say, it's not like they come in all the time, right? But they come in impactful. The hawk has the ability to see a situation from a distance and see the entire picture and how everything fits together, and also to hone in on the very minute details, right? And so in this way, the hawk is an excellent animal spirit to bring perspective to a situation. If you've lost perspective on something, if you've lost perspective, say, on your job or on your social life or on something that you're trying to accomplish in one of the areas of your life, the spirit of the hawk comes in and you're able to take a moment back and see things a lot better. Gain perspective, gain a broader perspective, understand how all the moving parts are fitting, and also begin to come up with any solutions that you may need to solve any problems you're having or obstacles. So these are all very positive and forward moving animal spirits, right? There are no warning signs here or anything. These are all sort of the type of animal spirits that are associated with increasing an energy or a skill or a talent, right, within you. That is only going to make you better, right? Only going to allow you to enjoy life better, only going to make you resonate higher. So these are very, very positive. Let's get right into your spreads, Pisces. All right. Cross watchers, you'll be able to see if you recognize some of the similar cards, because of course this week has been a week where our readings have really been very, very similar. So, not similar, but a lot of the same cards have been showing up. And this generally happens especially when we have something that, you know, we are all kind of facing in society. So it's like a collective impact, right? Justice, we have the Emperor, there we go, and the King of Cups. Well, here we go again. Really strong cards coming out. Major Arcana cards coming out. Justice is a card that has been coming out on my readings lately for at least for 2 months. And almost all the readings, let me move this up for you guys. Almost all the readings each week, I'm going to say at least like more than half of the signs are receiving justice in one of their spreads. Justice is a rebalancing, and everything right now, it seems to me like the collective is really going through a rebalancing in a lot of ways in their lives. But for you, Pisces, this is happening also. You're coming into the week with justice, so you're rebalancing some area of your life. It could be your personal life. It could be your business life, right? Your career. It could be a situation that you've been dealing with for some time that's been quite chaotic. Whatever the case is, justice is always coming into our lives to bring balance to a situation that has been out of balance for far too long. Sometimes, and I say this a lot, this can also indicate a lot of times if you are actually involved in a court case, if you're signing documents, if you are going to a mediation process, or you're dealing with lawyers and negotiators, whatever kind of official event. Sorry for any background noise. I'm having my window open to get some fresh air, and I live in a city. Whatever sort of official event or document that you are waiting for or ready to enter into. It could even be, I don't know if I said a promotion, could also be a promotion. But whatever the case is, a lot of times this is the type of thing that's also going to come in with justice, right? Certainly with the major arcana, because this is a very major event. So some of you are coming into this week resonating with this. You're focusing on this. You may be in the throes of this, starting this, or waiting for this to complete. You come into the week, you're met with Emperor energy, and I think that this is going to be somebody you're facing. It's interesting. You have a lot of people coming into you this week. Emperor is someone who's coming in. They may be coming in to bring stability, to help you out, and to bring support. The Emperor in general brings stability to chaos. Right? He's a divine masculine. And so, yes, he can be arrogant. This is the card for Aries. By the way, justice is, of course, the card for Libra. But I don't like to mention the zodiac signs all the time, because I'm not trying to let you know that that's who you're dealing with. That's quite a red herring with tarot. But it's just that some of these energies are here. But the Emperor, in any case, could be anyone, right? But this person is someone who's very authoritative. They have a certain amount of standing already and control. They have certainly a strong power base, right? And they're coming in, and they have authority. Right? So I think you're going to be dealing with somebody like this in relation to this justice event, right? I think they're going to come in this week to help you and support you. Right? King of Cups is what you resonate with by the time you round off the week. And so this is also quite interesting, because King of Cups is someone who really is going to reach out, right? This is someone who is very sort of very much projecting their love and energy out, right? This is generally King of Cups, someone who's on the hunt for a mate or in taking control of a love connection or a, I want to say a relationship of some kind. So it's interesting that you would resonate with this or this would come in. It's almost as if this is yet another person coming into you who is wanting, they are much more wanting to have a love connection with you. So you're kind of between two individuals here. One is very authoritative and one is coming in and wanting to sort of have much more of a romantic connection. Could be interesting that this Emperor energy may be a relative. Pisces, they may be a relative who's coming into you and who is in some way part of this action, right? Part of this. Or they're coming in some way because you're about to maybe get married or maybe get hooked up with somebody or maybe do some kind of major life decision, make some kind of major life decision. Because then also you have a completely different individual coming in, which is the King of Cups. I don't feel you being the one resonating with either of these. I feel like these are very strong masculine energies that are coming in. Yet they are kind of opposed to each other. You know, they're not the same person. And they both have very different sort of intentions, all right? So this is an interesting read. If you're resonating with this, please sound off in the comments and let us know what you're going through. Four of Wands, Six of Cups, and the Three of Cups. Well, some of you are coming into the week thinking about a relationship, right? A soulmate connection that you have with someone. Four of Wands is that kind of when you get together with somebody with such equal love and respect. And that, of course, that love and respect is resonating at a very high degree. It's like you have all of the ingredients for a union that's very strong going forward. You have all the ingredients for that twin flame journey, which is why we call this the twin flame card or soulmate, the 1111. You can see by the wands mirroring each other, they show two 11s. But really the Four of Wands is much more about stability, you know, and it's all about the number 4 really, and not the number 11, because 4, here we have 4 is the number for stability in tarot. And so Four of Wands is a relationship that comes together with such strong passion because you're dealing with wands, but also such strong stability that it has all of the ingredients it needs to be a very healthy and successful relationship, which is why we a lot of times associate this card with a healthy and certainly progressing, right, love connection. So this is strong and this is happy. You come into the week with events that are making you even happier because you're resonating with Six of Cups. And Six of Cups is having actual pleasure and connection. So it could be that you are now with your person, Pisces. This is a nice reading for somebody who is going to be celebrating their love. It is absolutely safe for you to love. Right, so you're coming in strong. Six of Cups is the it's the card for pleasure. It's the cup card for pleasure is what I wanted to say, and I got all tongue-tied. Six of Cups is the card for pleasure. It's the card for knowing somebody a very long time, that you're very comfortable with them. This is also a strong soulmate connection card, but generally Six of Cups, it can either indicate that you have a strong friendship with somebody or that you're just enjoying, you know, your time with them, that you're just having such a pleasant time. Sometimes some tarot cards look at the Six of Cups as a very nice physical connection, a very nice sort of, I want to say, affectionate connection. Some even go as far as to have sexual pleasure and all kinds of pleasure physically, right? But it is a strong connection with somebody that you have where you feel absolutely comfortable with them. So Six of Cups is coming in. So you're having a beautiful time with your person, and by the end of the week, you're celebrating. So some of you are really resonating up in a commitment. Four of Wands, Six of Cups, and Three of Cups. And Three of Cups sometimes I see as being interpreted as third-party energy, and I'm not really sure why, because it's not a negative. You know, Three of Cups is not at all about anyone ever cheating on you or stepping out on you. Three of Cups is about, three is the number, in tarot, 3 is the number for bonding and loyalty and commitment, right? Now, with the Three of Swords, we see somebody having broken that, right? Because we can see that with that card, and that's what it is in the Swords. But with Three of Cups, you know, the Cup cards and the Pentacle cards are much different than the Swords and Wands cards. And the Three of Cups is much more about celebrating with your friends, coming together with your family, coming together with your tribe, your collective, your people, you know, whoever you consider to be your family in your life, whether they be blood or not. It's the act of coming together with them, celebrating each other, bonding. Maybe even sometimes this can happen when you have reconciled with somebody, or when you haven't seen your friends for a very long time, and you have a Three of Cups event where you come together and you re-solidify those bonds, right? You double down on the commitment, you rebond, right? Because you perhaps haven't seen each other. So this is a really strong, beautiful card to come in for you, Pisces, especially after that Four of Wands and Six of Cups. It's like you get together, you fall in love, you have a great time this week, and then everybody celebrates on the end of the week. So this is just a very uplifting reading for you, and something for some of you to look forward to. Nine of Cups, Temperance, and Five of Swords. And this one is your last one, Pisces. Now, Nine of Cups is the card for happiness in the tarot. It is, you know, it's a card for happiness, but it is also a lot of times happiness, but still having not made that deep, deep connection. And so although you're very happy, sometimes you're still lonely, right? Nine of Cups can still be someone who's lonely. They're blessed. They're happy for what they have. Nine of Cups can indicate happy relationships with family and friends, but there's still an essence of that loneliness there, or of that not really getting what they truly, truly desire, which is that deeper connection. But in any case, you're kind of resonating with this coming into the week, Pisces, some of you. And overall, Nine of Cups is a happy, contented, blessed place to be, but it is generally a happy, contented, single person, right? Now, you come into the week and you're met with an energy of temperance. So there's certain events and things like that that are coming up to you that you're feeling like you're having to be very tempered in. There's certain events, experiences, connections, or people you may be meeting that their energy may be either intentionally or unintentionally triggering you, or, you know, trying to manipulate you, trigger you, or get you to act in some way, but you are exercising all kinds of temperance. Temperance comes in, this energy, of course, this is a card for Sagittarius, also Pisces, but temperance comes in at a time when you are exhibiting absolute control of yourself. Just as the Emperor, which showed up earlier, is the leader among men on earth, right? He's the king, he's the head honcho. That's the first four in the major arcana. The second four, the 14, is temperance. And here we talk about that same resolve and power and order and control that we see with the Emperor. Among others, we see that being turned inward, right? So this is where it resonates up and it turns inward. So it's like having absolute control, absolute centeredness, absolute power, and not having anyone be able to manipulate you or push you off your square or trigger you. That's really the essence of exhibiting temperance when we talk about it in the tarot. And so you're doing that, and of course this generally comes in the face of certain energies and events that are challenging. By the end of the week, though, you resonate with a Five of Swords. So Five of Swords is acquiescing defeat. There's a certain battle, perhaps somebody has brought this battle to you, which is just a stupid battle. It's a stupid power struggle, it's ridiculous, and you feel very much like it's beneath you, Pisces, because a Five of Swords is this energy of saying, look, you win. I don't feel like having this battle with you anymore. All it does is bring me down. All it does is sort of lower me to your standards. Because the person you're battling with, this is an unfair battle, right? Because they don't stick to the rules. They don't play by they don't play by fair rules. They do underhanded things. They resort to underhanded tactics, right? Five is a number of destabilization and power struggle. It's a number of struggle in the tarot. And so with Five of Swords, we see someone, you're battling somebody who's willing to do anything to win. And the more that you carry on this battle, you just see for yourself that you are feeling like you are just rolling in the mud with them, right? You're just kind of rolling in the mud with them and just being just like them. And you're better off to just let them have their victory and get on with it. So that's interesting that will come in on top of temperance like that, Pisces. And certainly for some of you, this is going to be a challenging week. And this may be somebody you're dealing with at work, in your social group, in your friend group, or maybe even online. A lot of people, of course, are going to be online at a time like this. So these certain kinds of, it's interesting to see certain combinations of spreads that are coming out, because a lot of the spreads this week are talking about also power struggle with communication, power struggles with others, right? And deciding really, and really what you decide to do, right? So a lot of the readings have been, how are you going to decide to handle that? The way you decide to handle it is to exercise a lot of temperance and then ultimately cut ties and walk away from them. All right, guys, I'm going to leave it at that. This is your March 22nd to the 29th reading. If you enjoyed it, please like, subscribe, and share and all that good stuff. Don't forget to remind me if you are interested in the Wild Unknown Animal Spirit deck. You have to let me know online by leaving me a comment and letting me know you're interested, and also by being subscribed to my channel. All right, guys, that's it. Your other readings are all linked in the description. Everything about my videos, everything about my channel is always in the description. The jewelry, if you want to buy jewelry, that is linked. My Frequency New York City is on Instagram, and she makes this beautiful jewelry, this bracelet. And if you want to get private reading, that's all at the top of the screen. And for right now, Pisces, I'm just going to say have a wonderful week. I'll see you next week for your weekly outlook. And next up, we'll begin your love outlooks for the week also. Bye-bye now.